Hello and welcome back to A Better World. This is your host Mitchell J. Rabin, and I'm very glad you're joining us again today. Today we're going to have another very interesting show. We have with us as our guest in our studio Debbie Ford, who is the author of numerous books, the last one of which is The 21-Day Consciousness Cleanse. And this is an opportunity to experience actually a lot of Debbie's work in one fell swoop, so to speak. She takes a lot of the teachings that she has been giving to us for years in all of her books, and condenses it in a very practical way into a 21-step program for us all to kind of follow and do that necessary cleansing and looking and self-review that is so important to the idea that we have on our show of creating a better world. It's not just tinkering with the outside, it's actually first tinkering with the inside. So it's a pleasure to have you on the show, Deb.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely.
I love that word, tinkering.
You know?
Yeah, I haven't heard that in a while, but tinkering with the internal world.
Tinkering,
yeah.
exactly. It's like, you know...
A little adjustment, a little
That's
shift
right,
in
exactly,
the inner world.
Exactly. These days, people use the word tweaking.
Tweaking,
But
yes.
tinkering has a little bit more of a classic edge to it, you know?
Love it.
Yeah. So this book is, in some ways, a condensing of so much of what you've done, and it's very opening, it's very heartfelt. Why don't you tell us a little bit about, like, what did you have in mind for all of us?
Well, when I read the 21-Day Consciousness Cleanse, I was just very present to that people are trying to feed the hungry ghost inside, you know, whether it's with food or the internet or doing or TV. Everybody's just keeps trying to fill that hole, that endless hole that can't be filled by something in the outer world. That it's there so that we'll reconnect with our inner world, that we'll reconnect with that power, that source, that can give us the love that we're looking for, that can provide us with the opportunities and the eyes to see greater realities. And so the 21-Day Consciousness Cleanse is that process of unhooking from the outer world. I always see it like little bungee cords, you know, like where we have to unhook from all the people we've given our power away to, all of our worries, our fears, our concerns, and hook back into our internal world and reconnect with that power that is greater than our self.
You know, yesterday, Debbie, when we were having a radio interview, one of the things that we referred to a few times was the Jewish tradition, of which we were both born into and are part on kind of a living basis in our own ways. There is a story I remember hearing at a friend's wedding, an old Jewish tale of there being these two spirits in heaven, that one male, one female, like wandering souls, and they were lost and they couldn't find their way. And yet when they sensed each other and then they saw each other, they went, oh my God, my other half, that which completes me in another person. And so it's this old Jewish wisdom tale of there being someone on the outside as a, you know, the so-called soul-mate connection. So relative to what you were just saying of unhooking from the outside world, how does that idea fit in?
Well, I think there's a deeper soulmate. We do have external soulmates, but there's an internal soulmate.
All right. That was good. I like that. Okay.
And without finding that one, you're going to have a lot of problems when you do find your soulmate in the outer world, as most people know. Yeah. Right? Relationship problems, divorce are the biggest, most heartbreaking thing that most people go through in their lifetime. And so the loss, the betrayal, all of those things. But when we find that inner soulmate, how we're designed that way. We're designed with that resource that is worth billions of dollars. You know, we don't have to pay for it. We can close our eyes. It's infinite. It always wants to give us creative ideas and tell us where to go and where to not go if we would only listen.
Yes, right.
And so
the small, still voice within that does guide us. And It's our highest intelligence.